Okay, so my name is Renee Bodell. I'm with rockgolfphotography.com, and today I have the legendary Biff Byford from the band Saxon. Thank you again for taking this time to talk with me. It's a real honor and pleasure to be able to have some time, sit down, chat with you. So you've been in, y'all been around for over pretty much 40 years. You got 22 albums. Your latest album is Thunderbolts coming out on February 2nd. Uh, how long was this writing process for this current album?
Well, we didn't do it in one long session. We did it in bits and pieces between touring and other things, I mean, we worked pretty hard on things. I mean, myself and the bass player, Nib Scarter, started getting ideas together about a year ago for the album.
Yes.
Formulating different guitar riffs and ideas.
Yeah. So every time that do you have so far, after all these years, I'm sure you have a formula on the writing process when you're coming up with a song and the formation of a song?
Not really, no. I mean, we like to keep it classic rock, sort of guitar solos in there and big anthemic choruses. But apart from that, we don't really have any formula. I mean, we don't want to be predictable. So we spend a lot of time, working on guitar riffs and things that are not only memorable but quite cutting edge, if you know what I mean. And I'm always looking for things to sing about that are quite interesting. So, I mean, the only formula that we have really is to stay Saxon. You know what I mean?
Right. So,
we don't have any set rules in our sort of choice of guitar riffs or choice of melodies. It seems to come fairly natural.
Well, that's great, especially for the fans that you're able to stay consistent. When they hear Saxon, they know it's Saxon coming out.
Well, the Saxon albums are always a surprise for people because, like I said, we're not predictable.
Yeah. So when you were writing Thunderbolt, did you have an idea or theme in mind as to what you wanted the album to finally, end all sound like?
Sorry, do we have what? Sorry.
No, did you have a theme in mind when you were writing Thunderbolt?
No theme. I mean, I came up with the song Thunderbolt, the lyric for Thunderbolt, and I thought that would be a good title for the album. But could have easily just have been called Predator or something like that, or Speed Merchants, or there's quite a few titles on the tracks that we could have used. But I thought Thunderbolt was great. The guy that does all that artwork came up with a great idea with the eagle and the thunderbolt, which is Zeus, the Greek god symbol. So yeah, it all fell into place really.
Yeah. So
over a period of time, yeah.
Yeah. So you did mention kind of keeping the fans surprised when they listen to the new Saxon album. Is there anything particularly hidden in this current upcoming album that may take fans by surprise?
Well, there's a duet with Johan Hegge from A Man of Math. That's quite a radical move because he's got quite a low voice, So that sounds really cool. But no, I think people have to, listen to the album, and at the moment, there's only, people like yourself, critics and journalists who have heard the album. So, as far as the fans are concerned, they've only heard Thunderbolts, so they don't know what's coming.
Yeah, yeah, and from what I've heard, like you mentioned, I love the album so far. From hearing it. And I think there is quite a few surprises that will catch fans, and they're gonna be just like, wow, you were able to get that on the album, which is nice.
Yeah, I think also because some of the lyrics are quite interesting. It's always good to have, it brings you back for another second and third listen, which is always good.
Yes, it has a high replay value. Yeah, because like you mentioned, the replay value. When I heard it the first time and then hearing it the second time, I'm able to pick up different things and or notice, the metaphors that you use in the constructing the lyrics to the songs.
Yeah, I think it's we spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time on lyrics, on telling stories, and some of the topics aren't simple. The secret of flight's not easy to write about, and Nosferatu it's quite difficult not to cover ground that people have done before. So I spend a bit of time thinking about stories and how it all sounds and rewriting lyrics so it makes more sense. It's a
Right.
bit like a small book, I suppose. You put something out and add a little bit more, and you know.
Yeah, and revisit it and kind of refine it throughout the time. So during the the 40-year evolution of Saxon, during the different time periods, the different sounds that you've had as you've been playing, which would you describe as your favorite time period, and why is that?
Time period. I think it's got to be between the early 80s and the last 3 or 4 years, really, for me, has been really good high points for the band, and high points musically as well. I think the chemistry of the band is great at the moment. The lineup's been very stable since 1995. So we're very connected with, especially with our live performances. So um, I think we've reached a point where Saxon are up there with the best, really. I think.
Yes. So, and talking about, from different time periods, there seems to have been, from what I've noticed, and in the music community, there seems to be a kind of resurgence in heavy metal and that heavy metal sound. Do you think this is a good thing that's happening right now, or not so much?
I think there's a resurgence of the style of metal that British metal, basically.
Yes.
I think there's a resurgence and interest in that style of sort of, you know, using vintage guitar sounds with a modern twist, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That seems to be quite popular again. Um, but we use all the we use all technologies. We use digital. We use analog, and we're always trying to keep the Saxon sound so people recognise the sound of the band. And I think that I think there's a lot of that going on now in the resurgence. That I think bands want to sound like themselves rather than somebody else, if you know what I mean.
Yes. So
It's
another.
very easy to get a sample that sounds like somebody else now,
Oh, yes.
whereas we tend to use our own sounds in the digital world, if you know what I mean.
Right. So currently, I think you have two tours that you have coming up. And on these tours, do you find it difficult to select songs for your set list?
Well, we won't do the set list until a couple of days before the first show.
Oh,
Sometimes I'll rewrite the set list an hour before we go on stage. We're not really a set piece band, if you know what I mean. We
right.
don't have, um, we don't really have set moves, really. Maybe the boys have a couple of things they do together every night, but generally we're not that type of band. You know, we're really a band that just go on and treat every show separately.
What?
I don't say the same things every night. The boys don't do the same things every night. So um, we're touring all year this year on the album. We start in Europe and UK in February, and then we obviously start the mighty tour with the mighty Judas Priest. And we come back to festivals in Europe, maybe some in America, I don't know, and then we start again in October touring UK, Europe. So we're pretty busy this year. It's definitely the year of the Thunderbolt this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It sounds like you have a busy schedule, and I'll be seeing you in May once you come through Texas too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean Texas is a great. We've got some great Saxon fans down in Texas, and some great Priest fans as well. So I think the package is fantastic for the fans, especially two iconic British metal bands from basically the same era.
Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a great tour. And speaking about tours, are could you describe maybe your daily routine or tips for like new bands that are starting to tour out, and things that can kind of help them adjust and deal with the life being on the road?
Well, the thing is, you've got to have, you've got to be, the secret is you've got to be, keep yourself happy on the road, or at least in a positive frame of mind. You have to, you have to treat the gig as priority, obviously, which sounds simple, but it's not always the case with some bands. Um, the gig's the priority. If you're going to do like a VIP thing or meeting the fans, that's got to be one of the main priorities as well. Giving time to the fans, because obviously the reason you're there is because of the fans and no other reason really. Um, and after the show, party, have a drink, but don't do things in excess. That's the secret. If you're going to get drunk, just get drunk and go to bed or have a good time, but don't abuse yourself. Really, that's the secret. Because once you get on that cycle of like staying up all night, boozing, snatching a couple of hours, then especially if you're playing every night, then it really catches up on you, and then you're really prone to taking substances then to give you an up. So to try and keep away from that and try and be sensible but party as much as you like, but just nothing over the top, because you got to play the next day.
Right. You have to pretty much be able to perform 100% each and every night.
Yeah, I think you got 100% for the gig, you got 100% party, but you've just got to say it's over now. I'm going to relax a bit, go to
Right.
bed, sleep for some hours, and get up and do it all again the next day. So it's you have to know your own body really of what you're capable of. That's the secret, I think.
Yeah. So, being in the music business for over 40 years, what would you describe for yourself personally is has been the best part of being a musician?
The best part of being a musician is obviously the part where you're on the road, where you're playing shows every night, um, whether it be in front of 7,000 people or 700, or even seven. Playing live music in front of an audience is a great feeling. And if you can do that, then you're very, very lucky. I mean, making albums very interesting. It taxes your brain. You've got to think about it. It's a difficult thing to write albums for yourself, and it's even more difficult to put them out there and let people give their opinions on it. That's difficult as well.
Yeah, because for the creative process is a very personal process most of the times, and you're putting yourself out there for critics, fans.
That's right. I
It's
mean, we're used to it now, but it's good. I mean, the thing is, as long as the band and the producers and everybody around in the Saxon family, are good with the album, then we can pretty much say that we're satisfied with the album. But at the end of the day, we won't know until the 3rd of February.
yeah, right. Once the album comes out
Yeah.
and sales come out.
Yeah.
So, my last question is: any parting words for the all the Saxon fans out there? I think you mentioned, you're going to be touring for the most part of the year. Anything else that's coming
Yeah,
up?
yeah. I mean, we're on a good roll at the moment. Our albums are receiving great acclaim. Um, we work hard for the for the metal and basically for the genre. We tour constantly, so we just want everybody to keep the faith. Check out Thunderbolt. Come see us live. We'll have a great time. We'll try and play as many of the big hits as possible and as many of the new songs as possible as well. So we'll just try and cram as much as we can in some of those shows. Yeah.
Well, awesome. It sounds great to me, and again, I look forward to seeing you in May when you come through the states, Mr. Byford
Yeah,
again.
well, Texas is a good stomping ground for Saxon. So which show are you coming to?
The San Antonio show.
Oh, right, that would be special.
Yeah.
That's always it's always good for Saxon down there. So and I know priests are pretty big in that town as well. So It's going to be great. Black Star Riders. I don't know if they've played San Antonio before, but it's a great crowd down there.
Yeah, it's always a good time. It's always a good time. Well, Mr. Byford, again, I appreciate you taking your time talking with me. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you in May.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic. Okay, see you later, mate.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.